Hello everyone, welcome to the discussion of Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. This is a topic number 4.5, which is a part of Unit 4 Correlation and Regression Analysis. Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation is a very popular statistical measurement for measuring the correlations between two or more variables. It is mostly used for bivariate correlation. It's given by the famous British statistician Karl Pearson. So Karl Pearson correlation coefficient will give us the idea how much is the magnitude as well as the direction of the correlation. In my earlier video, I have discussed about the positive or the negative correlation. So by this coefficient, we can actually identify whether the correlation is positive. I mean, both the variable are having the direct relationship, or both the variable are having inverse relationship by seeing the value and the magnitude, I mean the sign of R. So R, the formula normally we write it, R is equals to summation of dx dy divided by square root of summation dx square into summation of dy square. The same formula I have written here in this way. Dx is equals to x minus of x bar. X bar is the mean of that particular series. So there are two variables, suppose x and y. So for the variable x, what is the mean value? Each value will be subtracted and we'll get each value, and that is, if we add it, we'll get summation dx. Similar way, we can find the value of dy, multiply both of them and then add. That is giving us a value of summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar. To remember in easy way, we normally use R is equals to summation dx dy divided by square root of summation of dx square. So each the deviation x minus x bar, we will square it and then add it. Let's see how to calculate this Pearson correlation coefficient with an example. The question is, find the correlation coefficient between sales and advertising expenditure. If you see the question, sales is given in rupees in lakhs and advertising is given in rupees in thousands. So the values are given 65. So 65 lakh, if it is the sales revenue can be obtained when there is an advertising expenditure of 66,000. Similar way, you can see 71 lakhs is the revenue when we are spending 70,000 as an advertising expenditure. How to solve this type of question? We'll make couple of the columns. The first thing, we'll write all the values of x, then we'll write all the values of y. We'll add all the values of x and divide by the number of observations. You know, that is the way we calculate the mean. So mean is x bar is equals to summation of xi divided by the number of observation. If we see 621 divided by the number of observation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 observations are there. We can find the value of x bar, and the value of x bar is coming as 69. Following the same way, we can find the value of y bar, and we have got the value of y bar as 68. Now we'll make the next column, which is x minus x bar. There is another column y minus y bar. Let's do first x minus x bar. So 65 minus 69. So will come as minus 4. Then minus 3, minus 2. We will calculate the same way. We'll make another column, which is x minus x bar whole square. So minus 4 square is 16, minus 3 square is 9, like that. And we'll add, and this is actually nothing but summation of dx square. Following the same method, we can now calculate the value of y minus y bar. As we know, y is equals to 6, y bar is equals to 68. So 66 minus 68 is minus 2, 67 minus 68 is minus 1, and we'll keep calculating the value of y minus y bar. Y minus y bar, another way to represent it is dy. Now we will create one more column which is y minus y bar whole square. So I'll square all of them. Minus 2 square is 4, 1 and like that. And there will be a third column which is dx into dy. So we'll multiply dx. This is my dx and this is my dy. Minus 4 into minus 2 is 8. Minus 3 into minus 1 is 3. And similar way we'll do for all the values and we'll keep adding. And once we add, we'll get the value as 33. Now, we'll apply in the formula r is equals to, as I already told you, r is equals to summation of dx dy divided by square root of summation dx square into summation dy square. So, our dx dy value is 33. Which is here also, this is 33 divided by square root of 60 into square root of 40. And we'll calculate and we'll get the value as 33 divided by 48.99 and we'll get the value as 0.6736. Now let's understand how is the correlation. So we got the value of R as 0.6736 as well as we see this is the relationship is positive. So we can tell this is a positive correlation and it is having a moderate degree. Now how do we decide which is a high degree, low degree or moderate degree? Normally, if the correlation coefficient R is greater than 0.7, we say there is a high degree of correlation. If R is greater than 0.5 and less than 0.7, normally we say moderate degree of correlation. If R is less than 0.5, we say very low degree or very negligible degree of correlation, or sometimes we call no significant correlation. So that's the way we calculate the Pearson correlation coefficient. Now, if you observe here, the value of x bar is coming as 69 and here the y bar is coming as 68. So our calculation is quite easy here. There is no decimal and all. But in case there is a decimal, then we use another method which is called assume mean method. In my next video, I'll be discussing about how to calculate Pearson correlation coefficient using the assume mean method. So hope to see you there. Thank you.